When you see this kind of machine, I wonder what comes to your mind first. But unfortunately, this machine is completely different from what you might think. Professionally, this device is called a rotational molding machine, and it makes these plastic water tanks. You may have even used one at home. Entering Lullaby's workshop, you can see various molds placed at the entrance. They differ in size and shape. This one is relatively small, with capacities of several tons. Some factories even make tanks up to dozens of tons. And right here is the workspace. You can see the mold slowly rotating on the frame. Now let's take a closer look at how Lullaby actually makes these tanks. First, the raw material, currently mainly polyethylene, specifically linear low-density polyethylene. It has good toughness and strong impact resistance. This is exactly what Lullaby uses, and such tanks are mostly for household use. There is also a stiffer material, high-density polyethylene, used mostly in industry. In daily life, these two types are the most common. Besides basic polyethylene powder, some additives are added during processing, such as antioxidants, silica, and flow aids, mainly to ease processing, while UV stabilizers are for outdoor use later on. The white powder just added by the worker was most likely a flow aid. After the materials are ready, the worker fastens the top cover firmly to the mold body with screws. You can see grooves at both ends of the mold. Later, the rollers of the frame will fit into them to drive the mold to rotate. Since the mold itself is heavy, the worker uses a crane to move it. Once both ends are in position, the machine is started, and rotation begins. As you can see, the frame not only rotates the mold, but also adjusts the tilt angle at both sides. This helps gather the powder material on one end and melt it through external heating, while 2 rows of burners heat the entire mold from below. For this process, heating time depends on the size and thickness of the tank, and also the material of the mold itself. Aluminum molds conduct heat fast, so heating and cooling cycles are shorter. Steel molds conduct heat slower, making the cycle longer. When heating reaches a certain stage, the worker pours some white polyethylene powder through the vent into the mold. If I remember correctly, blue polyethylene was used at the beginning. This step makes the inner wall of the blue tank white. Next, of course, another round of heating continues. A small 50 to 200 liter tank takes about 20 to 30 minutes to heat. The one Lullaby is making now has about 1,000 liters. Shaping alone takes at least 40 minutes. Now it's in the cooling stage before demolding. Finally, unscrew the bolts. Open the top cover, and slowly pull the tank out of the mold. I wonder, for a tank made by Lullaby, how much would one cost in your local market?